everyone, Nut Free Mama here. Today I'm going to show you how to make Buckeye Brownie bites. Alright, let's start off with our ingredients. So these are going to have three separate parts that we're going to make here. First we'll start with the Wowbutter Balls. So for those you're going to need a half a cup of wow butter, 2 tablespoons of butter, and you want to make sure that is softened, and then 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. So that's going to be for your Wowbutter Balls. For the brownies, this is our second step. We are going to use a half a cup of vegetable oil, 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, a half a cup of all-purpose flour, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So that's going to be for the brownies. And then the third and final step will be the chocolate drizzle. So for that, you're going to need 3 tablespoons of butter, and we are going to melt that, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of corn syrup or honey, a half a cup of powdered sugar, and then 1 to 2 teaspoons of milk or cream, which I do not have out yet. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start by beating together the wow butter and powdered sugar until it is smooth. Sorry, also the butter. So you want to go ahead and take your wow butter, your powdered sugar, and your butter and stir that until smooth. Alright, that looks great. If you do this and you need to add more wow butter if it's too crumbly, and add more powdered sugar if it's too sticky. But mine looks pretty good right here, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that into 36 little balls. Alright, I finally have my 36 little balls rolled here. They're pretty evenly sized. Some may be bigger or smaller, but I don't know. I would say maybe not really a tablespoonful. Maybe a tablespoon. Yeah, maybe a teaspoonful. And then you just go ahead and make them into little balls. You may have to redo yours if you don't get enough or whatever. You can borrow from some. It's not very hard. So now let's go ahead and set these to the side and get ready for our brownies. So you want to go ahead and preheat an oven to 350 and then spray your mini muffin pan with baking spray. Sorry, non-stick cooking spray is what I'm meaning to say here. And then go ahead and get a large bowl, and you want a small bowl. We're going to mix our dry ingredients together first with a whisk in a small bowl, and then we'll get to work on our wet ingredients. So go ahead and whisk together the flour, the cocoa powder, the salt, and the baking powder just with a whisk, and go ahead and set that to the side. Alright, that is over to the side. Now in the large bowl, put your sugar, 2 eggs, vanilla, and oil, and we are just going to go ahead and mix that with an electric mixer until it's nice and combined. That looks good, so we're going to slowly add in our dry ingredients and mix those as well to combine. Alright, that looks good, so we're going to go ahead and divide that into our mini muffin tins evenly. So it should be about 2/3 of the way full. Remember, we are going to make 36. Alright, these are ready to go into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 350. Alright, this first batch just came out of the oven, and I am going to go ahead and stick one of my Wowbutter Balls into the center of each one right now while they're still warm. Then we're going to leave them in this pan for several minutes to cool off before we move them to the wire rack. Alright, this is what they should look like, and mine have been cooling for several minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and move them to a wire rack. You may need to use a butter knife around the edges in case they stuck anywhere. Alright, my first batch is cooling here. Some of them did not come out very easily. I think with my second batch, I am not going to let them cool in the rack for several minutes or in the pan. I'm going to get them out after they cool for a couple minutes, because I think that will be a lot easier. A lot of these ones over on this side, see, they just kind of broke. But, I mean, those ones all look really good. So next, I am going to go ahead and start on the chocolate drizzle. And I went ahead and put a parchment paper underneath my rack, because you are going to just drizzle that over top. So go ahead and melt your butter in the microwave. And then you want to add the milk, corn syrup, cocoa, and powdered sugar. Stir that all together and put it back in the microwave. Just for a few seconds. 20 to be exact, and then we're going to go ahead and stir that all together when it comes back out. Alright, that looks good, so let's go ahead and pop that in the microwave for 20 seconds. Alright, those are all ready, and I just drizzled my chocolate over top of it all. Chocolate is a bit thick, so it kind of looks like big globs sometimes, but guess what? It tastes so yum. So I'm going to go ahead and let these set up for a little bit, and then have Taste Tester have a little taste. Alright, I got one right here for Taste Tester. Let's see what he thinks. Alright, Taste Tester. Have a little taste.
Yum. Yummy.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, come back and see us again, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.